Building a business from the ground up is no easy task. There's plenty of days where I felt like giving up. When you're starting a new venture that's created from an idea that you thought of in your mind, and you don't quite know where to begin, but you know it's something that needs to be done, it needs to be created to make change, and you set forth to begin to create that change, and you don't really know what you're doing, but you do it anyway. And little by little, you begin to figure it out. That's where my journey began in creating my business, creating this platform for actors, filmmakers, and screenwriters of color called theblackscript.com. And when I started on this journey, I don't know why I even started, really. I wanted to get into the business as an aspiring screenwriter, but through my journey, I found that there was a void. Not too many platforms focused and showcased talent by people of color, Black, brown, Asian, Latin, you name it. You know, sure, there's platforms here and there that would sprinkle some of that in, but there was no platform that really zoned in and focused on that talent and that demographic. And so something told me, I like to say that came to me from God. God placed this gift on me. Why? I don't know. But I think he saw it in me to see this through. And so I listened. I stopped my aspirations of being a screenwriter and basically put everything down that I was aspiring to be and to do, and began to focus on creating this business from the ground up. I had a little bit of background knowledge in creating websites in my past. I came from music first. I was an aspiring rap artist in my 20s and 30s, early 30s. I stopped about 32. I'm 44 now, about to be 45 in February, and I started this at 43. And I had no connections, no inside track to the TV and film business whatsoever. But I wanted to continue on in my path of writing. I always had a passion of writing from when I was rapping and whatnot, and I wanted to begin to tell stories. So I started my craft of screenwriting. But I feel like I was guided in this direction for a particular cause, and that cause, I eventually came to believe that I was meant to create this platform and actually do something that gives back to the people. It's bigger than me. It's something for us. It's a service, it's a resource, and it's something that is larger than life. And I've been told that by many people within the business today, and all throughout my journey from the time I started up until now, and I continue to be told that as well. And so, yeah, there's been plenty of times where Starting out, this was tough. I didn't know what I was doing. I wanted to give up, but I didn't. Something told me not to. Something told me to keep pressing forward and do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Have faith in it, believe in it, and the right things will happen. And when I tell you that just having faith in God and faith in my beliefs and believing that this was something that was needed and seeing that it was something that was needed, I didn't stop. I didn't let it stop me. And I pressed on harder than I've ever pressed on in any aspiration I've ever tried to accomplish, any goal that I've ever tried to accomplish. And I've said it in previous videos, I've been working on this for about a little more than a year and a half now. I started at zero. And I now have a platform that helps actors, screenwriters, and filmmakers all across the country, all across the world, learn more about what it takes to get into this business. The platform is a resource. We have screenplays, a script library. We have a network, a community of folks that are all talent that are, from all across the country. They're networking, sharing ideas, and I'm offering opportunity as well. There's screenplay submissions, film submissions. Anytime people come to me to help with their casting, we're helping with casting. We're doing PR. I have an assistant now. I've never had an assistant before. She helps me with all of the day-to-day stuff. Shout out to Jess Mifflin. We're beginning to get into the realm of representing other talent. We have people who come to us all the time asking for help. And so I created this platform to help those people, the people who truly want this, who truly have a passion to get into this business, but don't quite know how. And that's what drives me every day. That's what keeps me going. That's what gets me to not stop doing this. My website is still growing. The platform is still growing. It's still very early. We're still in the very early stages of building this. I know it takes time, especially when you have no contacts, no relationships in the beginning. Slowly but surely, I'm building those relationships up today. I've made plenty of relationships and met a lot of people in the business today and throughout this journey of, the past year and a half, year and 8 months. But the work is not done. There's still a lot to be done. And so I focus on this day in and day out. I still work a 9-to-5, but I still pour a lot of time and energy into building this business up. I tried my best to work harder than some of these big conglomerate entities that are out there that post entertainment news, post the latest and greatest of what's happening in Hollywood. I'm right there with them. I try to compete on that level, even though, a small team of me, my assistant, and 2 other people. I have a principal writer, shout out Dominique Young, and we have another talent scout, talent rep, Rhonda Hawkins. But yeah, the platform is growing. It takes time, and you just got to keep pushing forward. If you know it's bigger than you, if you know that there's a reason that what you're doing needs to exist, then you have to look past what you feel in the moment and keep going and keep pushing through, and let your belief in yourself guide you. Don't let anybody steer you away from your goals and aspirations that you're trying to accomplish, because the idea was birthed by you. There's a reason why you were given that idea. That idea didn't come from nowhere. I believe that it's God giving us signs and telling us what we should be doing, what path we should be on, how we can help others. And really, that's what life's all about, is finding ways to help and to be of service. And so that's what I'm doing, is I'm helping and I'm being of service, and I'm listening and I'm following the guidance, and I'm believing, and I know that this is something that is going to grow into something that's bigger than me, larger than life, and it's going to help so many people in the future. It's already helping people now, but it's going to help so many more in the future that probably wouldn't have been able to have a chance, or to know where to start, or know where to begin. And that's what I'm setting out to do, is to create that space to where if you need the information, you don't quite have the access or the opportunities, you can come to theblackscript.com and start on your way of learning how to get into this business, see what it takes, learn how to build upon your craft, grow as an artist and as a creator, as a talent, and become the biggest and best self that you could possibly be. And so I'm creating this video to say that even within my journey, there's been times where I felt like I wanted to give up when the numbers weren't moving. It seemed like nobody was responding or even seeing any of my posts, any of the things that I was putting out into the world. I didn't give up. I didn't give in. I didn't let that stop me, because I knew at some point it would work, and it's working now. And had I given up, this idea, this gift from God that was given to me to service the people might have been given to somebody else if I didn't listen, if I chose not to listen and disregard it. So yeah, I think that each and every day that I wake up and I focus on this is one step closer to reaching those goals and those aspirations, building up this business, and getting it in front of the right eyes, and the right people will come eventually. I've seen that time and time again, that in the proof of people who've already reached out, people who've already responded, people who've already seen my posts, liked my posts, reshared my posts, people who I've talked to behind the scenes, and they've told me that what I have is something that's special and amazing, and to keep going. And if there's anything that they could do to help, let them know. And that's an amazing feeling. It's amazing to know that people want to be a part of this. People do want to help. People do see it for what it is, and know that it's also no easy task to do. And there's a a long road ahead and a large mountain to climb, but I'm willing to climb it. I'm willing to travel the distance, go the distance, whatever it takes. And within a matter of time, all is going to work. And when that time comes, this video will make a whole lot more sense. But in the meantime, whoever's watching, whoever's listening, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, and it seems like nobody's paying attention, nobody's responding, nobody's reaching out, just know in the fact that if you keep pushing, you focus on it day in and day out, and you don't give up, you don't waver, you don't stop, then the right things will happen. The stars will begin to align, and the signs will start to show up right in front of your face, and you'll begin to see that it's working. It's worked for me. It can work for you. And I'm here to tell you, I'm nobody special. You don't have to be special. You just have to focus on what can make others special, what can help others, what can make a difference in this world. And once you find that, that's when you know you found your calling. And so that's my word for today is never give up, don't stop, keep going, keep pushing, have faith, trust in God, trust in your own beliefs, believe in yourself, and it will work out. All will work out in the end. Thanks for listening.